It's 9 p.m. Monday night. While the rest of the world slows down, you're tuning in to the Final Boss podcast. This is Motivation Mondays, where mindsets shift, hustle gets honored, and the 6 pillars of success get broken all the way down. We're talking motivation, resilience, sacrifice, consistency, persistence, and perseverance. Hosted by the one and only Turbo, the CEO, bringing real talk, raw stories, and relentless energy to spark your week with purpose. So lock in, take notes, and remember, success ain't just a dream, it's a discipline.
Welcome. Welcome to the Final Boss podcast. Motivation Monday. Woo! Listen up. Man, I have an amazing show for you tonight. Listen. It is going down right now, right here on the Final Boss podcast. I'm your host, the Final Boss. And for those who don't know me as the Final Boss, I also go by Turbo, the CEO. Put an @ sign in front of that. Go Google me. Find out who I am. That's who I am. That's my credibility. Go find that out. Yeah, man, we got a high charge, energized show for you tonight. Listen, man, I love Motivation Mondays. Whoo, man, let me tell you. Tonight's a little different. Tonight is a little different, and I'll get into that in a minute. But before we get started, to my smarts, to my Final Bosses, to my motivators, to my warriors, thank you. Keep the messages coming. Keep the emails coming. And for those who are out there who don't have our email address, it's info@thefinalbosspodcast, one word. That's info@thefinalbosspodcast.com, one word. Shoot us an email. Interested in coming on the show. You'd like to give us some feedback. If you can't reach us via email, DM us or hit us on social media. We're everywhere. And now, to my almost 200,000 followers on Instagram, to my new followers on Twitch and Kick. I think I have like 1 or 2 out there. Thank you for joining. You're now part of our community on this journey, right? This journey to the fired up train. Yes, 1 or 2 followers on Kick. So if you're on Kick and you're watching, man, don't give me any grief talking about this guy's talking to himself. We're new to the platform, idiot. We're new to the platform. So, yes, I called you an idiot. Stay tuned because we got a great show. You might learn a little something. And, man, today was an amazing day. I have to tell you, today was an amazing day. Go time. It's go time. It's go time, baby. It's go time. And that's what we're about to do. We're about to go. We're about to get on the fired up train. But before we do, we got to hash some stuff out, man. We have to hash some things out, right? Some admin notes. Take care of some admin notes. Tonight's brass tacks. Tonight's brass tacks is coming from. Nah, I'm not even going to say that name. I can't even say that name. I don't want to butcher that name. I'm gonna butcher it. I'm going to butcher it. Tonight's brass tacks comes from Thick Nat Hand. Thick Nat Hand. That's how I see it, and that's how it's being translated right now. And that is the name who is the author of tonight's brass tacks. And here's the brass tacks. True self. Let me remove these banners. True self. Just keep that in mind. Boom, boom. Banners are gone. Yeah. True self is not non-self. The awareness that the self is made only of non-self elements. There's no separation between self and other, and everything is interconnected. Again, I'm going to read that one again. True self is non-self. The awareness that the self is made only of non-self elements. There's no separation between self and other, and everything is interconnected. To me, that sounds like, that saying that as above, so below, or as within goes without, or what is in the same as what is out. Yeah, all that. Give me a second. That's our brass tacks. I'll be right back. Did you enjoy that commercial break from our sponsor? Our sponsor, the Final Boss. Tonight's episode. So for those who are just joining us, I made some changes over the weekend in reference to aligning all of the shows. If you're not familiar, I host 4 different shows. This is one of them. Motivation Monday. I'm going to go in order. So there's sitting down with the Final Boss on Sunday, or sitting down Sundays with the Final Boss. Then you have Motivation Monday. Then on Tuesday with the Sensei, Mike Foth, we have Tech Tuesday. And on Thursday, we have our special guest Thursday show. Now, before this past weekend, the Motivation Monday shows ran separate from the other 3 shows. But I decided that it would be better aligned with, if I kept it in line with all the other 4 shows, which means that during the seasons, they start the same and they end the same. Whereas last season, Motivation Monday started later and continued throughout the season. So now they're going to be running together, all 4 shows on their respective days. So tonight, there's a number change. Whereas Motivation Monday, episode number 11, is actually Motivation Monday, episode number 110. 110. 110 shows, man. 110 shows. So, if you're new, go check out the old shows. Go check out the old shows. Go to our YouTube channel. Go to our Instagram. Go to our link tree. Go on. You can find us all over Facebook. Like I said, you can find us all. You can find us all over on LinkedIn for those professional individuals who only use LinkedIn social media. We are there, and this is episode number 110. And the title tonight is "We Are Going Dark." It's time to get serious about your life. Yes, you, I'm talking to you. It's time to get serious about your life. And this is a wake-up call. Look, I might hurt some people's feelings tonight. I know I'm going to hurt some people's feelings tonight because it hurt me to do the research on it. It also hurt me to be up here disclosing and providing this said information. And it was laid on my heart that I had to do it. So be patient with me. It's going to be rough, and I'm prepared to deliver this message, right? So we going dark, man. Let's get right into it. Wait a minute. Do I have anything else? I gave the brass tacks, made any announcements. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Yeah. Bop, 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 bop. All right. We're done. We are ready. Like I said, tonight's episode number 110, we are going dark. It's time to get serious about your life, right? And this isn't your typical Motivation Monday. We're going dark today because the truth isn't always comfortable. And I must warn you, and you know what? Let me give a disclosure. This is for entertainment purposes only, people. Entertainment purposes only. Oh, and the greeting of the day. I have to give you the greeting of the day. The greeting of the day is good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. To each and every last single one of you who's tuning in, no matter where you are, all over the world, thank you for joining us. Give me a second. Another commercial break. All right, I'm back. Okay. So I gave the greeting of the day. Now, for those of you who are just joining, if you're looking for the feel good, normal fluff of the Motivation Monday, tonight's not that episode. You might not want to stick in for this. But if you are seeking enlightenment and you want to better oneself, then stay right here. This is the episode for you. And I'm not targeting anyone. This is just facts. I'm not targeting anyone. I say again, I'm not targeting anyone. This is just facts. Okay, let's get into it. All right, look, listen up. It's time for you to get serious about your life. If you're still out here partying, brunching, concert hopping, and you have no legacy, you're not leaving those who come after you something to build on, you suffer from what is called sensual blindness. It's actually an epidemic. Sensual blindness epidemic. Because while you're being entertained, what's really happening around you is a systemic distraction that's not accidental. These leaders, entertainers, and those we trust are failing all of us. Grievous acts are happening while you're distracted. They want you to be distracted. The entertainment industrial complex is keeping you numb. This is a wake-up call. It is not a drill. And it's time for you to get serious about your life. Open your eyes to your surroundings and the different things that are happening right now that you continuously ignore. We're going to start with something that's near and dear to my heart, which is Alzheimer's, right? My aunt is an advocate for Alzheimer's, and I've done a little research, nothing too big. I'm no scientist, I'm no professional, but I can read a thing or two. And it has come to my thought process that Alzheimer's is on the rise, especially in specific communities, due to two specific things. But one thing that's very, very interesting. There's a lot of professionals and a lot of podcasters and people who have a voice and a platform. They're starting to call Alzheimer's diabetes of the brain, right? Diabetes of the brain, sugar in the brain. And that's them calling it that, not me. I'm just using them as a point of reference. Alzheimer's is on the rise, but let's connect the dots. And when I finish with this, you will understand why I brought it up, because it is concerning. And like I said before, I'm not a scientist, but this is critical deductive thinking. And I started to go down this rabbit hole. If moderate drinking kills brain cells, that's what scientists say, then increased consumption equals increased cognitive decline. Diseases alcohol enables are liver disease, cancer, heart problems, pancreatitis, and immune system breakdown. On top of that, it's closely related to Alzheimer's. So to my partiers, my brunchers, my concert goers, and anyone who enjoys more than a slight cocktail or slight alcoholic beverage every now and again, this is a warning call to you that maybe there's something that is relatable to that. And I'm not here to preach about alcohol. Look, I love to have a drink or two. But this is about getting serious about your entire life. I'm talking about the comfort trap that's killing your potential. While you are continuing this path that you're on, you are betraying your future. I got to a point, look, I was a party goer, right? I had a party promotions company, I had a record label. I did many crazy things when it came to parties, theme parties anyway. Heck, one of my most famous theme parties, I had a camel in Georgetown in Washington, D.C. In Georgetown. Yep. So I'm not attacking the party people. I had to do a self-reflection of myself. And I said to self, at this moment in time, at this juncture, I could not be comfortable partying right now, knowing I'm not leaving a legacy behind. Not only for my daughter, but for generations after her, which are counting on you in the present. I couldn't be out there partying and doing all of these things, knowing that my family may be suffering while I'm out here playing. And on top of that, doing all these things, indulging in all these distractions, not being prepared, I also came to the conclusion that it's only going to get worse from here. It's only going to get worse from here. And I'm here to tell you, it's time to get serious. It's time to get serious. The weight of responsibility to future generations is in your hands right now in the present. You instant not gentrification. I'm thinking too much. You instant gratification people who lack discipline. And I'm talking about across the board. You need instant gratification. You need dopamine fixes constantly. You need toxicity to keep you going. I'm here to tell you, you need to stop succumbing to these meaningless pleasures. It's time to pull back from the instant gratification. It's time to get away from the meaningless, and I'm going to say it. Because I look, man. I love beautiful women. Oh, man. Beautiful women have been my kryptonite since I could remember. Since the first time I ever had intercourse. But we're at a point where it's time to get away from the meaningless sex and temporary highs. We need to start understanding that our body is a temple, and we need to stop desecrating it. There's a spiritual cost of instant gratification. You ever wonder why your relationships are constantly failing? You ever wonder why you can't move ahead? You ever wonder why the things that are happening to you, you like to blame on everything else except accepting responsibility and taking accountability for what you've created? It's time for you to get serious about your life. You are the sum of your decisions. Period. Period. You are the sum of your decisions. We need to break the addiction to the dopamine hits. And for a long time, I was a dopamine drug addict. So I know. I'm telling you, I know. There's a global spiritual alignment and enlightenment that's happening right now. You see it, you can feel it. Most consensus who are sense sensitive, and at the same time, because we live in a mirror reality, dark forces want to keep you in a low vibration, right? If you're meant to be a righteous being, it's time to start acting like it. The battle for your soul is real. And if you think this is a joke, I believe the other day, one of our leaders mentioned that he wanted to go to heaven. I don't drop names on here, but you could do the research. If it's true, remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, they said they wanted to get to heaven. So when I come to you saying the battle for your soul is real, even if you're not religious, even if you're not spiritual, you can feel that there's a science to light forces and dark forces. There's a sign, or there are signs of an awakening that's happening all around us. Right? And at this moment in time, these are the moments right now that you can make a difference. There are tools readily available for you. It's time for you to get out of depression. It's time to stop the self-hate cycle. It's time to exit survival mode permanently. It's time to stop living in trauma. You have the power to heal. You can take the practical steps to mental freedom. These things are possible, and you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. I was thinking as I was coming up with all the different talking points that I want to discuss tonight, on top of what I've already discussed. One really important key to answering a lot of not only your problems, but the world's problems as a whole is this one thing right here. We, as the human race, need to learn how to love again, right? We need to learn how to love again. We need to rediscover self-love and self-care. If you don't have a self-love or self-care routine, now it's time to develop one. It's time to make yourself and your health a priority. Generations behind you are depending on your transformation. DNA, scientists has proven this also. DNA has memory. DNA has memory. Love as a revolutionary act. We need to get back to that. And remember that self-care can be a preparation for self-service. Self-care as preparation for service and self-service, right? Serving others, respecting your neighbor, respecting and loving your elders. This is a brutal reality check, right? Here's the brutal reality check. Going back to the beginning of the conversation when I was discussing it's time to get serious about your life and have something to leave behind as a legacy for not only for your kids, but their kids and their kids, and so forth and so on, for as far back generation deep that you can assist them in, right? And once you teach that to the first generation behind you, they will repeat the process in kind to their generation that's behind them, and so forth and so on. This is how you build generational wealth. But here's the brutal reality check. Right now, a huge population of us don't have an education plan for our kids. We don't have a wealth plan for our kids. There's no life insurance for us as individuals. There's no generational wealth plan, period. Nothing to pass down to your children. No burial plan when you leave from this space. And Cash App and all these other social media begging platforms, that's not a burial plan. You're not even planning your own exit. These are the results and consequences of poor planning, and it goes back to the beginning of my conversation. You're stuck in YOLO. You only live once. You only live once. YOLO is an epidemic. And this is what I'm going to break down. YOLO versus legacy mindset. Right? YOLO versus legacy mindset. But man, let's go back to the beginning of when I said it's time to get serious about your life, and you're being systematically distracted, and you suffer from sensual blindness epidemic, and you don't even know it, right? There are historical examples and current events that you are currently showing a blind eye to. It's happening in your neighborhood. It's happening right now all over the world. And you're brunching, you're partying, you're going to all the concerts. You have no concern whatsoever. Meanwhile, you have nothing to leave the generations behind you. Think about that, man. Let that marinate in your spine. And here's a truth bomb, right? For those out there who are being selfish, who don't care, they're living their best life. Everything has a cost. Everything has a cost. Energy above, energy below. You're out here living life to the fullest with your YOLO mentality, thinking that you only live once. Here's a truth bomb. You actually live more than once. What you pass down increases the chances of success for those who come after you. We need to break the chains and break the cycle of generational poverty and trauma. It's time to start thinking about creating wealth versus consuming it. It's time to rise up. It's time to rise up. And here's a call to action. Because whether you believe it or not, while you're living your best life, there's a reckoning that's coming. Whether you're ready or not, it does not care. Will you be prepared, or will you be caught lacking? This is your fork in the road. This is your moment to choose differently. This is the time to make corrective course of action. I've given you many stories of transformation and evident positive breakthroughs. These things are real. These things are very possible. The fired up train is at the station. It's time to go. No more delays, no more excuses. It's time to get serious about your life. And you can start today. The sense of urgency is real. The sense of urgency is real. Life is transforming around you. critical frameworks are being broken down. While you're out partying, brunching, going to all the concerts, all the sport events, just out, 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 out. Drink, 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 drink. While you're destroying your liver, destroying your pancreas, becoming a diabetic, being overweight because of your YOLO attitude. 10 to 20 years from now, the symptoms of Alzheimer's are very possible. And nothing against anyone who may have suffered from this grave disease. My grandparents passed away from symptoms of Alzheimer's and dementia. And they didn't drink alcohol. But I believe theirs came from improper eating, a lot of sugar in their diet, fatty foods. The urgency and sense of urgency is real. Tomorrow may be too late. Boarding call for transformation is going on right now. Recognize that you are a righteous being. If you're a righteous being, and you know if you are or if you aren't. And it's time to start acting like it. It's time to start acting like it. And I told you, tonight was going to be dark. It was going to be dark. And if it resonated with you, then it's time to make a change. It's time to accept the challenge and change your life. You're at a fork in the road right now, and you can make the right decision. You can make the right decision that can be impactful to generations to come. You can stop the survival mode. You can stop the traumatic the trauma you've been living in that will more than likely be passed down to your next of kin. You can stop it. All right? In this enlightenment awakening, there's also another awakening that's happening that I witnessed. And you probably witnessed it as well. There's a financial awakening that's happening. Financial awakening. Money is a vehicle. Money is a tool. Money can be a tool to freedom. And it doesn't have to be a tool to slavery. Right? And when I say that, I'm not speaking of slavery from when many African Americans suffered in slavery. I'm talking about being slave to our habits, being slave to constantly needing to spend, being a slave to constantly needing to do. You can't build generational wealth with that mindset. We're breaking free from generational poverty mindset. That's a generational poverty mindset. We're breaking free from that. You don't need to continuously try and look. I love nice things. I love luxury. Well, I do. But during this awakening, I've discovered that I don't need to impress anyone. It was never really about that. I just enjoy fashion. I enjoy my cars. But at the end of the day, there's something bigger going on that's bigger than me, right? The financial awakening. It's time to start doing more investing versus consumption mentality. It's time to rearrange your spending habits. Your spending habits reveal your priorities. You know what else? You know what else I witnessed? There's also an education awakening that's happening. It's an education revolution. And, you know, I was watching the news the other day and it had dawned on me. I forgot who they were interviewing. It was a celebrity. And the celebrity was asked a question about how do they feel about all of the DEI and past historical uh, events, history, artifacts, things of that nature being taken away. And he had this very profound statement. It was a he. And he said, they can take it all away. We're just going to build more and more and more. And I sat there when he said that. And I said, man, this is what's happening. And how that translates to an education revolution is you see that what we once were told in history, now all the truths are coming out. Things are being erased. They're putting something in place. But while they're putting things in place, the truth, the actual truth, is coming out at a rapid pace, man. It's truly amazing. We're going from a point of formal education versus real education. Self-education is self-liberation. Teaching your kids, because you care, what schools won't. Providing knowledge that schools don't. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. And you know what else I witnessed? Or witnessing, I should say? People are actually doing a relationship audit. And what I mean by that is that people in their circle who don't serve them for the greater good of their friendship, they're removing those people. I said the other day that if your relationships aren't serving both parties for the greater good, then it's time to do one or two things: dissolve or resolve. No, that's not it. Dissolve or evolve. I apologize for that. It's bars. Yeah, there's bars. So, yeah, those relationships need to either dissolve or evolve. And it's happening. It's happening. People are asking questions about people who are in their circle. And why? They're recognizing the energy vampires versus the energy givers. They're cutting back their toxic relationships. And they're recognizing that those toxic relationships and toxic people hold you back. As the saying goes, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Here's something else that people are recognizing. People are recognizing the value of time and how critical time is, and that we actually don't have a lot of time. Like right now, I'm on this perennial pursuit of greatness and excellence to get to the fired up train because I have more years. Well, that's not necessarily true. But in normal instances, I would say that I have more years behind me than in front of me. But my people don't like to die. They usually are well into the 100s before they are let go the stubbornness and be like, okay, I'm ready to go. But everyone is not blessed with that, right? Everyone isn't blessed with that. Time is your most valuable asset, and you're squandering it away. You're squandering away your time for instant gratification, for instant pleasures. The brunching, the concerts, the entertainment, the partying. You're just squandering away time. And your ancestors to come are looking at you like, come on, you're wasting time. You're wasting. Stop wasting time on meaningless activities. Get serious about your life. And once you're serious, you've built the protocols and the frameworks that is possible. And you've built the generational wealth. You've built the framework for your ancestors that are coming behind you. Then you can do all the partying you want. Then you can do all the brunching you want. Within reason, of course. You have to remain healthy. And brunching all the time, partying all the time, all the entertainment, all that stuff includes the wrong foods, and it includes a lot of alcohol. It's not healthy. So use with moderation. When it comes to time, you must recognize what it means to be productive versus being busy. You need to recognize and understand the difference in that. Time management is life management. Time management is life management, right? What I've also recognized in this awakening, because I see everything. People are becoming more disciplined. People are becoming more disciplined. They're starting to put structure in place, right? They're recognizing that motivation can get you started, but discipline keeps you going. And by the way, my book is almost done. Yes, my book is almost done. And I speak heavily about discipline and a lot of things that I speak about on this very podcast. It's almost done. You must build unbreakable habits. That's discipline. You must know the difference between consistency over intensity. That's discipline. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most, right? What you want now and what you want most. In order to do that, you have to find your why. And your why goes beyond self. You must be a service to others. That is your highest calling. Like I'm doing what I'm doing on this platform as a service to you, right? This is very well and possibly my highest calling. But we're on this journey together. We're in this very community together. Reach one, teach one. Iron sharpens iron. Your gifts that you have, that you're ignoring, they were given to you for a reason. It's time for you to recognize your purpose. It's also time to recognize that purpose without action is just a dream. Right? It's time to reclaim authentic masculine energy. It's time to honor divine feminine wisdom. Balance and leadership is and nurturing builds true strength. And true strength protects. It doesn't destroy. It's time to identify those patterns that need to stop with you. Let you be the last one in your generation to witness those patterns. It stops with you. It's time for you to begin being the ancestor your descendants will thank. It's time for you to have healing family trauma through transformation. It's time for you to get serious about your life, your legacy, and those behind you. And say to yourself, the buck stops here. The buck stops here. It's also time, while you're working on those things, it's time to have a digital detox. It's time to do a digital detox. Anything that consumes your time and is meaningless, you are a slave to. Social media is a version of a modern day slavery in that it's meaningless and it takes up your time. It's time to reclaim your attention and your focus. It's time to start building real connections versus digital illusions. Your phone is controlling your life. Bars. And let that marinate in your spine. Remember, your body is a vehicle. And as your vehicle, it's going to get you and help you travel through this thing called life, which is your mission. Exercise, spiritual practice, use nutrition as medicine. How you treat your body reflects how you treat your dreams. Start working on mental fortitude. Develop unshakable mental strength. Facing fears instead of running from them. Building resilience through challenges. Your mind is your most powerful weapon, or it could be your greatest enemy. It's all up to you. Recognize the battle for your soul. It's real. Protection through higher consciousness, through prayer, meditation, and spiritual practices. The enemy wants to keep you at a low vibration, and it wants to keep you distracted, defeated, and dependent. It's time for you to become free. It's time for you to become free. This is the last wake-up call. The cost of continuing down the wrong path is great. What happens if you don't change now is tremendous. Time is running out. The train is leaving. The fired up train is leaving. You are a righteous being if you believe so. It's time to start acting like it. It's time to start acting like it. To my final bosses, to my smarts, to my motivators, to my warriors, don't wait for permission. They don't wait for permission, and neither should you. That's our show for tonight. Sorry, and I apologize. You know what? No, it's meant to be and is intended. Tonight was going to be dark. I gave you a forewarning. Now, this is typically not how the show goes, especially on Motivation Monday, but this was a message that needed to be heard, and I delivered it. Let that marinate in your spine. And remember this, there's a heavy pain that comes with discipline, but there is the pain of regret that's even heavier. Good morning and good afternoon, good evening and good night. That is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. That's our show. Have a great and amazing week. I will see you tomorrow for Tech Tuesday for episode number 111. Be balanced, be equal, be smart. Till next time, y'all have an amazing week, as I said before. And I'll see you tomorrow for Tech Tuesday. And then again on Thursday for our special guest Thursday. This is the Final Boss Podcast, and I am the Final Boss. Talk to you soon.